In the media today, Serena Williams is everywhere, basically, because she is in the process of trying to win another Grand Slam to surpass the record of Steffi Graf and basically be...
Calendar year of Grand Slams.
Calendar year of Grand Slams. Grand Slams. And the thing is, and it poses the question of whether or not she is... Well, at the moment, I don't think there's an argument if she's the most dominant woman in her sport in the world. And if she's not considered one of the best women ever in any history, there's obviously a problem because she is, clearly. But it does pose a question as to who is the most dominant woman or who is the best women athlete at the moment. Because I think it's a little different, and I will touch on that, who I think is the most dominant and who's the best female athlete. So Serena Williams, I was just looking at her Wikipedia page, right? I was trying to get a full grasp of the statistics.
It just doesn't stop.
And my hands were just continuously scrolling. It was like I was reading a disclaimer form. Like, it just would not stop. I was waiting for the please accept terms and conditions thing at the bottom. It was all the way down. And like the Grand Slam she's won after 30, stands alone record holder. Obviously, the amount of Grand Slams in history, she's up there as a record holder. Just the sheer dominance.
Where do you put that amount of hardware? Trophies. Like, you have to buy even your mansion that you own from your winnings. Yeah, but like even the MTV Cribs, like the crib next to MTV Cribs, like that's where you keep all the trophies.
That's where you go. Here, by the way, do you want to stay in my guest house? Oh, and if you don't mind, all my trophies are in there. So
I know it gets a little bright when the sun hits them all at the right angle.
Shit.
I'm burning.
Oh, sorry, that was my Wimbledon trophy from 2002. Oh, that was my Australian Open.
By the way, it's like when she was dominating Wimbledon. I think, I don't know, maybe the Wimbledon. Prehistoric dinosaur that was Serena Williams, which came out to destroy everybody in her path. The Wimbledon. She is fascinating, and also a part of a great new Beats commercial. But
great commercial.
Really great commercial. But I want to make an argument for Carli Lloyd because I know how much it takes. Here's the main reason. One, the World Cup is the world stage, Wimbledon, and the U.S. Open, and tennis Grand Slams do not captivate the mass worldwide audience like the World Cup did. Mm-hmm. So when you have that much pressure, that much spotlight on top of one of the greatest World Cup finals performances in men's and or women's history, in World Cup finals history, on top of a great World Cup, on top of this, to me, it's always the running also. When I think of an athlete and I think of everyone together, I know tennis is quick bursts. It's exhausting, but there is an insane amount of running as well, but it's just not as long. I mean, you see these guys, like, for these women's teams, these men's teams, for the World Cup, 8 kilometers a game.
Yeah.
Sometimes 45, 50, 60 minutes of play. So athlete, when you say athlete, I want to give it to Carli Lloyd. But when you want to say most dominant female presence, Serena Williams' list of accolades is never ending. But it does throw into the equation Miss Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and I will touch on Ronda Rousey, but I'm gonna.
No, you wouldn't be able to touch her. You wouldn't be able to touch her.
No, I will just say
definitely won't be able to touch her.
I think I might disagree with you on
Carli Lloyd.
Carli Lloyd. No, I think Carli Lloyd is fantastic. I think she's a fantastic suggestion, and I think that she definitely has to be put in, especially this year, as the most dominant. But you're telling me that before this year, you would have known Carli Lloyd as well as you would have known this year. Exactly. So like it was a great year that she had in the women's national team.
But I will never forget her.
You'll never forget her. Good point. But Serena Williams has been doing this for decades, it seems, and she has been around. And I think that she's
4 decades.
I think that she's re-sculpted, should I say, of what people feel should be necessary for a tennis player. I think that she's made being muscular and just being an all-round athlete beautiful. I think that she just
the body issue is really cool.
She's unbelievable, her stature, and I think that. Tennis is exhausting. I think tennis is very athletic, and I
was not saying tennis was not athletic.
I think it's an unbelievable amount of athleticism comes into making a tennis player. And I'm probably just saying this because I'm trying to make it seem that tennis is very important because Scotland has a good ambassador for tennis at the moment.
World-class ping pong player.
I'll test
like
that.
Mini tennis.
You told me you were a world-class pole player, Jason, and what happened?
Did not say I was a world-class pool player.
Told me you were a very good pole player.
Yeah, don't ever. Okay, first off, that's an important tangent to be made. He is a shark and a hustler, and failed to mention that he has a professional pool playing career, ages 6 through 18.
Never was a professional pool player, but just don't challenge me. I always tell everyone I'm better at pole than I am at soccer.
Do you smell that? It's called bullshit in the air.
All right, to get back to, I'll destroy you. To get back to Ronda Rousey. The fact is,
She's pointed the production.
yeah, I pointed at production and I'll destroy. One of our production directors up there was giving me the look as if to say, I'll challenge you. And if you want to lose your money, fine. Serena Williams is fantastic in her sport. Has she ever had to overcome adversity in her opponents? Tons of times. She's went through the ups and downs. She's lost games. She's lost Grand Slam finals. There's been tons.
All right.
Ronda Rousey is, for me, at this moment, the most dominant in her sport. And I also talked about this on the post-game clip, and many people are like, you can't compare. I'm not comparing them in terms of their accolades. Of course, Serena Williams is more decorated than Ronda Rousey. She's been around the industry for longer in her sport. But Ronda Rousey has not even came close to losing. She's not came close. And she is winning with such dominance that you have to say that in her sport, if you're putting Ronda Rousey up against an opponent and Serena Williams up against an opponent, and I have to put my house on one to win, I'm putting my house on Ronda Rousey because I think that she has got the better chance of winning every single fight she has compared to Serena Williams winning every single match. Good point, Maxwell. See you later.
Jeez. Other female athletes that kind of came into the conversation that have not been mentioned. Danica Patrick, no. Sorry. I mean, I know she's competing against men. I understand that, and I understand that she is a unbelievably talented female. I shouldn't say female. She's an unbelievably talented driver, but no. Okay, I take most of the people over this list. In terms of best female athlete, I take most over on this list other than her. We have Lisa Leslie.
Okay, interesting.
Fantastic basketball player.
Yep.
She would destroy us, Francis.
Oh, there's no
Marta. Brazilian Marta. World-class athlete. Monet Davis, Little League pitcher with the curveball.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Lindsey Vonn. No. We have Venus Williams.
Well, Venus Williams.
Pretty good athlete,
if you
too.
take Serena Williams out of the sisters and you have Venus Williams, she will go down as being one of the best. No, but she...
Also, how could Serena not be named a planet after Venus being named a planet? Never fair to me. I just never understood that. And I say it jokingly, but then I say it seriously. It would be awesome if the doubles duo for women's tennis was Serena and Jupiter Williams.
And that's what else I was going to talk about. She's not.
Jupiter and Venus Williams.
She's not just a singles dominant factor. You see, look at how many trophies they have in doubles.
The sisters.
They're unbelievable.
That's why those accolades.
So that's what the point I was making is you take Serena out of the situation. Say Serena decided to be a ventriloquist instead. Venus Williams would go down as being one of the best tennis players. Yeah. And she is known as a fantastic
It's also like Steffi Graf, all these comparisons
but this isn't, we're talking about today now. We're talking about who's the best
athlete
right
Diana
now.
Taurasi, who's not around anymore, I don't think. Let me think here. Abby Wambach. I mean, I'm just going, I have a list. I have a list and I have a doodle, by the way.
But that's what there was an article actually we're taking it from because you're taking this year into account as well. You're taking the three most current at the moment, and that's what
I have a soft spot for Carli Lloyd.
So do I. I'm a football fanatic, Jason, but I'm also really intelligent.
Somewhat intelligent.
Somewhat intelligent. And I make good points. That was a good point.
Francis Maxwell said when he came into the studio today, as he walked in, I look like a reverse candy cane.
I do. I wish I was blue. I wish I was red and white.
Oh, God.
Candy cane / a blue and white Wales Waldo.
If you were wearing red and white, I would have spun you around. You would have been a barber pole.
Oh, you would have hid me behind the camera and said, Wales Waldo. All right.
You ever think Waldo's parents were just, really concerned? Where the fuck did he go?
Did you read this in an article? Is this the same guy that said that Karate Kid was actually the villain? This is the same articles that you're reading, right?
They made one of Joffrey being the hero of Game of Thrones, which is both very annoying and frustrating. And also
they made one for Harry Potter as well. That's been around for
Harry. Francis, they can comment below with their favorite. Or, leave us your favorite female athlete, your best female athlete,
and who's the most dominant?
Your most dominant female athlete. And there is a difference.
There is.
There's a difference.